And good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Joe Dickey Electric Scoreboard Show. DJ Yoakley alongside Anthony Hartwig live in studio. We have a lot of big-time scores to get through. A big night of football in the Valley. Some surprises, and some huge surprises I'm excited to talk about. And we've got a gang of characters in the backstage area ready to talk about the games that they were at. Let's go ahead and get this kick started with the scoreboard, which I don't know where it is. There it is. Hey, we got it. All right, Ant, go ahead and lead us through some scores here.
So we'll start with Fitch going on the road. They lost to Hudson 28-14. Tough way for them to start the season. Cardinal Mooney gets the win over Lake Catholic 30-13. McDonald gets the win over Champion 41-6.
Yeah, we're stuck on the thing.
Yeah.
Way to go. Let's just go down the.
We'll go down. All right, we'll go Conneaut falling in a close one to Cuyahoga Heights 27-24. East Liverpool gets the win over Carrollton 23-12. Grand Valley gets the win over Brooklyn 54-22. Hoban with the win over Harvest Prep 31-12. LeBray all over Cardinal 49-8. South Range and a tough win to Lake 49-13. Columbiana falls to Lowville 41-28. Lisbon all over Newton Falls 49-17. Beaver falls to Mars 35-7. United beats Minerva 35-0. Poland beats up Salem 48-26. The final score there. Hakamania is alive and well in Mineral Ridge 29-8. They get the win over Pymatuning Valley to open their season. Wyndham gets beat by Strasburg Franklin. I think that's backwards. I'm pretty sure Wyndham was the one that won that game.
No, that's not according to to Swiney.
56-8. Struthers fell to NDCL 50-8. JFK lost to Union Local 35-6.
That's in the fourth quarter. We're waiting on the final for that one.
And then Waterloo fell to Akron Springfield 38-24. Crestview all over Western Reserve 34-0. And then Wellsville, because of a broken water line, has been postponed to tomorrow at 7 o'clock against Steubenville Central Catholic.
No way. Oh, we got some 8-man football, too.
Football. Sebring gets the win over Kennedy Catholic over in PA 22-6 for the Trojans.
Okay, so I'm going to figure out how to get this over, and we'll go backwards. How's that sound?
It sounds awesome.
There you go.
So we'll start with Twinsburg getting the 1-point win over Boardman. A heartbreaker for the Spartans. Twinsburg scores in the last seconds. 29-28, this final score there. Ursuline gets the win over Steubenville, 37-7. West Branch and Canfield just finished not too long ago. Canfield holds off the Warriors for a 26-21 win there. Geneva gets the win over West Geauga. I almost said West Branch again. 28-18, your final score there. Shaw and Beaver Local, that was a pretty good game. Beaver Local gets the win 27-20. Southern Falls to Toronto on the road, 34-0, the final score there. Gerard, a lot of offense, 55-21. They beat Orange. We have Mohawk in the win over Neshannock, 37-20. Malvern edges out Valley Christian, 16-8. Perry gets the win over Madison, 38-14. Your final score there. In overtime, Lakeview with the game-winning field goal, 10-7 over Springfield. Louisville shuts out New Philadelphia, 24-0. The final score there. Hubbard with a shutout over Brookfield, 42-0 over the Warriors. Jefferson gets the win over Chagrin Falls, 24-13. East Lake North, a lot of ways on the compass there. They get the win, 55-12. And then the game of the night, double overtime. Edgewood gets the win over Garfield, 51-43 in a thriller. McDonald gets the win over Champion 41-6. And then last but not least, Cheney on the road at Columbus East gets the win 30-26. The final score there. Did we have any below the Ursuline one down there? Yes, we did. No, we got them all.
No, we got them.
Yep, we're good.
Touched them all. And what a night it was. And we're gonna not make these guys wait any longer. We're gonna start with Dom Pearson and bring him in. DP, for you, what was the game like? Where were you, and what did you see in week one?
Well, now knowing I'm not going to be welcome in Western Reserve anytime soon. I can tell you that much.
Why is
Uh,
that?
oh, after picking them to win by 7 earlier on the show, yeah, I don't think I'm going to be welcome in Western Reserve anytime soon. And uh, Chris, my deepest apologies to you guys. My deepest apologies. Uh, Nevertheless, guys, it was a great game all around. It was basically Jake Nolan show all
Mhm.
around. The Jake Nolan show all around. 3 rushing touchdowns for Jake Nolan and one passing touchdown, a 57-yard bomb from him. Crestview is unbelievable. Unbelievable. They're going to be a heck of a team to beat this year, and their defense is just unstoppable, it
What
looks
did
like.
you see from the offense? Was it sideline to sideline? They spread things out, or they try to bunch things in like the old Crestview Rebels?
It was a lot of it. There was a lot of sideline to sideline from Jake Nolan.
Sure.
A lot of out routes, a lot of read options from Jake Nolan. He Jake Nolan's senior year, he says he is ready to take over and win a championship with this team this year. He is ready to fire on all cylinders.
Were there any bright spots for Western Reserve during this one that they can kind of move forward with into week 2?
I think they're they got their new quarterback in Dominic Kurt. During the I don't know if you guys seen or not, the second quarter, end of the second quarter, they were uh how can I say, they were moving the ball very nicely,
Okay.
Crestview got the stop at the end, but Western Reserve was showing a lot of things we haven't seen from them in a while. And once again, we said on the show a lot. I sent on the live as well. My heart and prayers go out to their fallen quarterback and Chris Prater. Hope
Chris
hope
Pater,
he
yeah.
hope he heals up well, get to a speedy recovery as well. And for Dominic Kurt, he showed a lot of tremendous things. The kid has a lot of heart. Crestview put a pounding on him tonight, but he showed a lot of heart, and he's gonna be a great quarterback in the near future. He's a sophomore, and it's going to be very interesting to see what John Armani is going to do with that offense this coming season.
Yeah, John Armini, one of the best coaches in the entire area. Certainly, with his work cut out for him this year, he and his staff. When you lose your franchise quarterback, it's senior year. That's a tough loss. So, all right. So, last question from me. I'll turn it over to Anthony here in a moment. For you, Crestview, the real deal. Did we kind of undervalue what Crestview brings to the table here in 25?
Oh, we're not overvaluing it. No, this team is unbelievable. We talked. I heard you guys talk about it all week. This is going to be the game of the week.
Yeah,
It sounds like
trademark.
Crestview was like, this is not going to be a game of the week. We are going to blow everybody out of the water. And from what they did to Western Reserve tonight, they everybody in that Mahoney Valley Athletic Conference needs to look out, because Crestview is on a tear and they want to win. They want to win championships.
Anthony's got some questions for you.
Give us a highlight moment of the game. One of the things that really stuck out to you as you're looking back on the call and the big moments of the game.
I think my favorite possession,
Lights
my
out.
favorite
Lights out.
lights out, boys, lights out.
You're
My
not
favorite,
driving
I
right
think,
now, are you?
huh?
You're not
Oh no,
driving right
no,
now.
we ain't
Okay.
driving. We ain't
Thank
driving. We're
God.
parked. We're not driving. We're good.
Attaboy.
My I think my favorite I think my favorite possession of the night was Crestview's opening possession. 4 plays, touchdown, uh, touchdown from touchdown from Crestview, and it was a 57-yard bomb. And that's when we were like, okay, Crestview, we might see something from them tonight. And then all of a sudden, turned the ball over. Western Reserve gets the ball on their first opening possession, 3 and out. And then Crestview just started taking over from there on out, and it was just an amazing game from Crestview all around.
And then when you look at Western Reserve side, obviously, what do you think they can do next week in the next couple of weeks to try to get back on the right path? What were some things that you saw that they could capitalize on?
I For a lot, I can see Dominic Kurt he showed a lot of what can you say? He showed a lot of improvement in the second half. Showed a lot of improvement by opening up, by him and his head coach opening up the playbook and letting him throw the rock around. So I think when they get into the week 2, I think you're going to see more of the playbook being opened up for Western Reserve, and I
A
think
little
Western
comfort,
Reserve might show a lot more, than what they did tonight.
a little comfort in the offense. So
Indeed.
D, appreciate you, man. Appreciate your call. I'm sure it was awesome. Can't wait to go back and watch it and check out this what Crestview's all about, because we've been talking them up, and this certainly lived up to all the hype, man. Thank you so much for popping on the show, and we'll see you next week,
Thank you very much.
ladies and gentlemen. Don Pearson. Yeah. Hey, give it up for him. Give it up for him. He can tell us that he was parked. I think he was driving. I think he's lying to us. Just a straight lie right to our face.
Straight, what a bold-faced lie.
What a liar. He's a liar. All right, we're going to go rock, paper, scissors. Who should we go with next? The new guy?
Yeah, let's go with him. Let's bring him in.
Let's bring the new guy. Ladies and gentlemen, fresh off an absolute thriller over in Springfield, the voice of the Tigers tonight, Mr. Logan Sarnes.
Thank you guys
What's
for
up,
having me tonight. Thank you.
Oh boy! Stop with all this crap. First off, how was your first game? How'd it feel?
I mean, it was a lot of fun for sure, but for it to go to an overtime, I did not expect that at all.
You and Larry Scragg had the call. Talk to me about the excitement that was that particular contest. First, you were at Springfield for the Lakeview Springfield game, correct?
Yeah.
So tell everybody kind of how it went, how it developed, and how it ended.
So me and Larry, we talked before the game. We both thought it was going to be an offensive shootout, and it was not like that whatsoever. Defense on both sides played great. Two guys to look out for offensively on offense for Lakeview. Noah Angle, he was the running back. Lakeview ran pistol the entire night. They did not get out of it. They ran the ball right down the middle for Springfield, against Springfield. And then someone to look out for, a young guy for Springfield, is running back Alex Caldwell. He's only a sophomore. And in the second half tonight, he really picked it up when they needed him the most. I mean, you saw a lot of outside run to him, but I mean, other than that, like, there were guys like Matt Weimer who brought a lot of energy tonight right out of the gate. He did great. And then Marco Gentile is a guy who I think is going to make a lot of noise for Springfield this year.
10-7 final, a field goal to win it in overtime. What was the atmosphere like there in Tiger Country?
I mean, it was insane. Springfield had it to end the game. Lakeview, unfortunately, was able to ice him. But, I mean, the entire fourth quarter, Springfield's side, they were going nuts. And the atmosphere was great. Me and Larry, if you go back and listen, me and Larry talk about how the press box was shaking at one point because of how loud it was. But, I mean, both sides were great. Then Springfield had a chance to or at least put Lakeview's backs against the walls and kick a field goal. They missed, and then Lakeview came back and nailed it right down the middle to end it in overtime, which, I mean, their team stormed the field, and me and Larry talked about it before the game. Both of those coaches were looking to get their first win because this is their first season at the helm for both of their programs.
Anthony Hartwig has some questions for you.
Yeah, well, one, I don't think we don't see that too often, where two first-time head coaches are going up against each other. So no matter what, someone's getting their first win. My question for you is, being in a game like that, so defensive, what were some things that you saw that made the defenses so strong?
I think what made both of the defenses so strong was, like, when they needed a stop, you almost knew that the defense was going to get the stop. Like, when it was about a third and, like, there was a 3rd and 2, I forget who it was, but me and Larry both knew that they were going to get the stop because these defenses were not allowing either offense to get a first down when they needed it or to get into the end zone when they needed it. And there was, at one point, like, I remember, I think it was a third and short, and Springfield went to pass it, and Lakeview's defense absolutely made it into the backfield and just blocked the pass. And momentum was back and forth all game, and the momentum was gained by each team's defense.
And then when you talk about, I like talking about going forward. Both teams. What are some things that you think both teams can do in weeks 2 and 3 and forward?
I think Springfield's going to make a lot of noise with their young guys like Caldwell. I think he's going to be really good. I think Lakeview, like I said, where's his name at again? Noah Engel. I think he's going to be great. If those two guys, if they run the ball all season like they did tonight, and considering that maybe there's going to be some games where the defenses aren't going to be as strong, those are going to be two guys I think that'll make a lot of noise for both of their teams, along with Matt Weimer and Marco Gentile for the Tigers.
Logan Sarnas, Larry Scragg out there calling the one of the best games of the night, Springfield and Lakeview, where Lakeview gets the 10-7 victory over the Tigers on the road tonight. LT, congratulations getting the first broadcast under your belt, buddy. We know you've got a million more in you, and I heard some good things about you tonight. A lot of excitement around YSN and Logan Sarnas. Appreciate you, buddy. Thank you for stopping by.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
There he goes, Logan Sarnas making his debut tonight in a big game. I mean, it doesn't get much better than that. I remember my debut. Boy, that it wasn't good. It wasn't great. It was not a good game, I can tell you that. It wasn't a 10-7 game. We move on to the one and the only, the man who is fresh from the concession stand but doesn't miss a beat of essentially any football coverage because he'd have to then give up some of his hot takes. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we bring in Hot Take Eric Hughes. Where were you, Hughesy?
I haven't been in the concession stands in 2 hours. Give me a break.
No, that's true. You've been waiting on hold for 2 hours. I feel like you're calling Comcast at this point. Where were you and how'd it go?
Oh, it went pretty good. It was great to be back over there. It was a hot one tonight. I was at
Where were you? Nobody knows.
Oh, I was at the Mohawk Mechanic game.
There we go.
It's great to be back there.
I didn't. All right, but no, it was a pretty good game. First half,
Welcome
it was
back.
pretty back and forth. But in the second half, though, especially that third quarter, Mohawk, they really flipped the script. They got a fumble recovery. They turned into a field goal off the left toe of Andrew Lloyd. Then they got another stop, went down, scored another touchdown for QB sneak from Bobby Fadden. He had 3 touchdowns that night, 2 rushing, 1 passing. Had a 47-yard screen pass right before halftime to Cass Stratton. Stratton also had 3 touchdowns on the night, 2 rushing, and then that 1 receiving touchdown. Then the fourth quarter, Stratton, he put in the end zone again to put it away, make it 37-20.
I know that I'm keeping you full screen because I'm not trying to make fun of you here. It looks like you're either in a bathrobe or a karate gi. So I'm trying to figure out.
Wearing the YSN shirt you gave me, DJ.
It's the necklace.
Oh, it's the necklace that's throwing me off.
Yeah.
It just looks like you're practicing Taekwondo in your room or something while you're waiting for us to give you. All right, sorry, man. It looked like it. It was very deceptive. I know. I'm sorry. Just putting it out there. You don't surprise me with anything you do, so I'm just trying to make sure. Is that your room, by the way? Why don't you have any posters in it?
My bed's right here. Why would I put some behind my bed? I can't even see if I'm laying down.
There you go.
We're on fire.
You got my hats
Eric
right there, though.
Hughes.
And my shoes.
The hats and the shoes, and that's it.
Are you moving sometime soon, or are you are you going to be on the prowl? Like, it just looks like you're ready to just pick up and go at any point.
Not that I know of, no.
Okay. All right. Can I get you a poster or a sticker or something you can put on your wall so it doesn't look like you're trapped by Al Qaeda?
Oh, God.
If it's free, then sure.
Got it. PA football a little bit different over there. It's still considered week 0, right?
No, it's week 1.
Am I crazy? So. Didn't they used to call it week 0? Our week 1 was their week 0?
You get a bye at the end, so it's like PA football.
I know they usually play Neshannock week 1, so I'm guessing it's week 1.
Our resident expert of Pennsylvania, Mike Ackelson, is still in Pennsylvania, so we'll have to bring him in week 3 with some tough questions. When you're thinking about Mohawk, I mean, what stands out to you on paper, and what kind of season do you think it's going to be over near my near and dear friends over in Mohawk from East Palestine?
Well, like I said, that's a pretty lethal backfield they have there. Bobby Fadden, obviously, dual threat quarterback, great multi-sport athlete, one of the best here on network. Then you have Cass Strat in the backfield also. But for me, it was really that offensive line, especially in the second half. Like, yeah, Bobby Fadden, Cass Strat got a lot of big runs, but doesn't happen without those guys up front. That's what the game came down to. Mohawks line on both sides dominating Shannick's line. Tough in the trenches, can run the ball, can throw the ball when they need to. Big recipe for success.
Anthony Hartwig has a question for you.
Yeah, this is a nasty schedule for Mohawk. You look at the games they're playing this year; it never gets easy. What are some expectations? I mean, I don't want you to give like a specific record prediction because then you might never be allowed in Mohawk again if it doesn't go the right way. But what are some things that you think this Mohawk team can do as far as how far they can go?
Yeah, not an easy schedule. And I know they got to play Laurel next week. Laurel just beat Elwood City 43-14 that I saw. But a big first test against the Shank tonight they passed. So I know that's a big rivalry game, you know. I know we don't get much coverage on PA, but that's as good of a matchup we're going to get for week one. And the Shank usually gets the upper hand those matchups, but Mohawk, they just dominated them tonight. So I think really the sky's the ceiling for him.
Sky's the limit. Sky's the limit. E. Hughes, we appreciate you popping by. Thank you so much for we'll make sure we didn't tell anybody that we saw you in case they come looking. But as we always say, with the karate gi that you have, konnichiwa, and we will see you next time. Okay, my friend?
Yep, thank you.
Sheshe. There he goes. Eric Hughes. I love busting his chops a little bit because I just never know what, like, he has the best reactions to every single thing that we say. Ty, hang in there. I know that you've been on here for a while. Let's go to what potentially could have been the game of the night. We saw a huge lead disappear and evaporate very quickly in Boardman. We go over to the brand spanking new, one of our best writers we've ever had on this network, ladies and gentlemen, the G-Man, Greg McAfee.
You're not going to pick on my background, right?
Well, that's a background.
I'm good. You're not going to pick on my background?
Are you going to wear a karate gi on the broadcast? We're not going to make fun of you. You've got like doctorates.
I got my walls filled. We're good here.
Hughes is on the run. Like I would not be surprised if we saw the FBI break into him while he was doing a live on YSN. That's just Eric Hughes. That's Eric Hughes football right there. We know what we're up against. G, obviously a very busy day for you yesterday. Yeah. A very, very busy day for you today. Talk to me about your first broadcast at Boardman and Twinsburg and how it went for you, how it went for Boardman.
Well, you were talking about your debut when you made it. Mine probably went a little worse. My internet wouldn't connect, so I missed about the first 5 minutes of the game. So that was fun. But it was an exciting game. Couldn't have asked for a better game other than the heartbreak that Boardman suffered after taking a 28-9 lead about early in the fourth quarter. Just Spartan suffered heartbreak tonight, but it was a good broadcast. Thought it went well. Once I was able to get into a rhythm there in the middle of the first quarter, and paid off.
Was the sweat just coming down, like pouring, the nervous energy?
I got there at about 5:30. Everything was set up. Internet was good. Everything goes. I go to start it. Wouldn't connect. Wouldn't start streaming. What is going on? What is going on right now?
Are you hardlined in? You're hardlined in, aren't you?
No, it was like Bluetooth Wi-Fi. Yeah. Okay. And it was connected the entire time that I was there pregame until about 5-10 minutes ahead of time. Sending out text messages, what's going on? Just did a quick reset. I was good to go.
Awesome. As far as
Brian!
Yeah, that was me on text. Brian, what's going on right now? Like, we need to figure out.
You could hear the grumbles from Columbiana.
I had everything prepared. I was good to go, and then boom. All the nerves went away after that, though. You got to just keep going. You're thrown right into the fire at that point, and so I think it worked out for the better.
The bed's already crapped on, so let's just get some sleep at this point, right? For you, when you what a transition that is. For you, Boardman, what did you see that you liked? What did you see that Coach Doda and the boys are going to have to improve on going into week 2?
So this was really like, I mean, there's the age old, there's the old adage, game of two halves. I mean, this was really a game of two halves. The first half was all defense. I mean, I think it was 9-7 at halftime. Boardman scored a quick touchdown. They responded to a quick touchdown from Twinsburg, and took a 7-6 lead early in the second quarter, I believe. Vince Butto's solid quarterback over there at Boardman, and they have a stable of running backs in the backfield. Ryan Mitchell, Ryan Smith. They got a couple guys that swing off the edge in that wing team offense. Ryan Smith ran for 107 yards and a touchdown. Ryan Smith and Ryan Mitchell scored back-to-back touchdowns 13 seconds apart at the beginning of the fourth quarter. That was when they took the 28-9 lead, and everything kind of just went downhill from that. I will say this: the Twinsburg offense is something that's going to be a problem for people. Dylan Fantone is a solid quarterback, and he's got a bunch of targets on the outside. He really spread the ball around. I don't know exactly how much he threw for tonight. They had 287 as a total, and they had 387 as a total. So there's a big discrepancy there.
Whoa.
So I wouldn't know what to go for, but he
Cut it
did
right down the middle, baby.
he did throw for 3 touchdowns from the 10:30 mark of the fourth quarter to the 18-second mark of the fourth quarter that led that comeback for the Tigers.
That's incredible. Anthony Hartwig has a
Yeah.
question for you.
Yeah, so every time a game ends like this, it feels like the talk show. The obligatory question is, who do you give more credit to, Twinsburg for coming back, or do you think Boardman got a little bit too lackadaisical with the big lead? Which one do you think was more a factor?
I mean, I think Twinsburg just kind of got into a rhythm. I mean, their offense was humming in the fourth quarter once they were able to kind of establish what works, and kind of like what I hit on a couple seconds ago. They got weapons all over the place. R.J. Ruffin, Rob Herndon, J.D. Akuma, Samuel Collins. I mean, they have like 4 or 5 guys that can really, if you put the ball in their hands, they can break. And they have about 3 or 4 running backs as well. There's a couple skirmishes throughout the game and everything like that, but they really were able to kind of capitalize in the fourth quarter once they got into a rhythm. So I would honestly give the credit to Twinsburg, because Boardman's defense was. I think both teams made a lot of adjustments at halftime, because both offenses started humming in the second half.
Boardman will go on the road next week to Lake, and let me tell you, man, the Lake team that I saw tonight, boy, oh boy.
Yeah.
The Federal League's going to have their hands full with the Blue Streaks this year. They are a 2-quarterback team, very explosive. They've got a kid in I think his name's Tied to George, who pretty much scored at will. Anytime he wanted to, he did. Every time South Range tried to get back in the game, they just kind of patted him on the head and pushed him aside, which you don't see in South Range ever. And Lake did it here tonight on the road in Rominger Stadium. So should be a good one next week. Boardman's got their hands full, certainly, but I'm sure Coach Doda will have them ready. Greg, what's the biggest lesson that you've learned this week in your debut week on YSN?
Make sure my internet's connected before the start of the game.
Well played. Well played. It doesn't get better than that. That was loaded and ready to go.
I come prepared, DJ. I'm ready to go.
I love it. Ladies and gentlemen, the one, the only, the man, the myth, and the legend, Greg McAfee. Gee, appreciate you, man. We'll see you next week.
Thanks for having me on, guys. Appreciate it.
You got it, buddy. His feature will be on, I think, or no, he's going to have his, we'll have him on the show on Monday. Yeah. We'll have the overreactions. So Greg McAfee is going to break down all of this stuff, his game and everybody else's, and he's going to tell us who we're right on, who we're wrong on, and tell us about ourselves a little bit heading into Monday on YSN Live at noon. You can watch right here on the network. We are on to a guy that I have to. I was going to wait for last, but the MVP of the week is going to go on last. The MVP of the week is going to go on last. This guy, though, is the hardest working man in the sports entertainment industry. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for the voice of the Mahoning Valley Scrappers, and tonight, the voice of the Archbishop Hoban Knights. Ladies and gentlemen, Ty Bartell. I think you're muted.
I am. We're good now. We're good, sir. We're good. How we doing, gentlemen?
You saw the Knights go. This is a game that you handpicked like an apple out of the tree. Are the Knights, as advertised, are they national treasure right here in Northeast Ohio?
Yeah, you know what? 31-12, they win tonight. And I got a chance to talk with Tim Tyrrell after the game, too. And, you know, what we saw from tonight against a really good Harvest Prep team is the Knights, they handled business, but they didn't handle business in the way that they're used to handling it. They had a lot of issues in the penalty game that they feel like they could clean up, and they feel like they need to clean up ahead of week 2, because it's always a gauntlet week to week for Hoban. But I mean, there's a lot of good standout players and a lot of newer players that are in some bigger roles this year, primarily at quarterback. Nick Kinsey is a guy that they got from Stillwater, Minnesota, as he's coming in off of a 2,200-yard season. He's coming in as a senior this year, committed to play for Eastern Michigan. And, you know, when you have a new quarterback kind of step into that role, there's going to be a little bit of a gap, a period where you have to get used to him and still build that chemistry. You could do so much in practice, but you need those games to get your feet wet. Tim Tiro was kind of talking about how tonight was one of those games where he just got to get his feet wet, trying to throw to spots where they game plan spots on where they want their quarterbacks to throw to. He felt like he was kind of throwing to where the receivers were and not to the spots. But these are all things that Tim Tiro feels like they could clean up to. And it's just week 1 jitters, he felt like, on the things that they need to clean up. But I mean, all that considering, it's a 31-12 win against a very, very good Harvest Prep team that I'm sure you know a thing or two about, DJ, too. They're always in that D5 conversation come regional round.
Yeah, they're you don't mess around with those two teams. I mean, I had my eyes on this one all night on the scoreboard. Incredible job by Coach T and getting it done. And, you know, there's a lot of chatter about this Hoban team and how good they could potentially be. Obviously, a lot of it comes down to some of the teams in their general area, some of the teams that we're not going to see them play live on YSM, but I'm sure we're going to have eyes on it. When you talk about Walsh and you talk about Maslin, you talk about some of these other teams, who is going to be standing in their way when all the dust settles at the end of this season, Ty? Who do you anticipate is going to be some of the bigger names that we're going to see Hoban play from the first quarter to the fourth?
I mean, when we talk, are you talking about who they are going to play in the regular season, or maybe playoff time? Who are some of the teams you feel like?
Who's going to be the biggest obstacle for this Hoban team? Because right now I'm not seeing much.
Yeah. I mean, when you talk about, like, in the regular season, next week they're going to be tested. They're going to be tested going down to the Archbishop Spalding down in Maryland. They got to make that 6-hour bus ride. And Archbishop Spalding is a nationally ranked football team year in and year out. But that's the type of schedule that they want to play too. Obviously, the St. Edward game always at end of the week is going to be last week of the season is always going to be tough. But when it comes to Division II, I mean, Maslin's always there. We always got to talk about Maslin. I tell you what, Hudson was impressive tonight against Fitch. I was checking that score out a lot too, and I was looking at Fitch a lot for D2 this year too. Hudson always is a perennial powerhouse, but they're very impressive tonight too with the way their defense was playing. But yeah, what it comes down to is you got to have a defense that's going to be able to compete with this Knights one. And the teams I listed were a couple teams that might. Avon's another one. Avon, the team that knocked them out. You always gotta give love to the Eagles once you get to the regional round. But this is a Knights team that allowed less than 13 points a game last season. They allowed 12 tonight, and one of those was a very late touchdown, garbage time touchdown with 25 seconds left. But that defense is still just as dangerous. Brayton Feaster is a guy I want to shout out tonight because he feasted tonight. He's a 4-star linebacker. He had a pick six, DJ. He had a rushing touchdown as a running back, a touchdown from both sides of the ball. He's a 4-star recruit. Doesn't have a commitment yet, but he has offers from over 20 schools. So keep your eye on Brayton Feaster. He's going to get 5 or 6 more after tonight.
I can hear Colucci yipping from wherever he is in the world right now. He's a wrestler. He's a wrestler. He's a wrestler.
Yeah, he is a wrestler, and he showcased that power and prowess tonight on both sides of the ball. He was just fun to watch. Other guys I want to shout out to, Albert Rock Hill, The Rock, and you know the nickname The Rock too. You know where I'm going with this, right, DJ? He's the most electrifying man in all of the defensive backfield. He had 2 interceptions tonight too as a 4-star defensive back. This is just a loaded Knights team, top to bottom defensively. Ace Brown ties it up on the defensive line, and they also have Peyton Cook in the defensive backfield. I could go on forever naming defensive guys on this team, but this is what their bread. This is where their bread's going to be buttered this season. Is when the Knights are holding teams under 20, they got a chance to beat anybody week to week.
The 8-time best-selling author Anthony Ronald Hartwig has a question for you.
To be honest, did you hear Hughes' segment and then put up those bobbleheads so you had something?
DJ cannot mess with me now.
I got something back there.
Oh no, that's just I'm just behind the table. I've always had these guys chilling here. It's still a blank wall though. Hey, if you ever tried to hang anything on a trailer wall, dude, it's not fun. Nails don't work in there. Stuff just falls. So we got the wall of or we got the table of bobbleheads back there.
See that the old school sticky tack that like teachers use in their classroom.
Yeah, I know. I should get some of that. Just throw some gum up there, chew some hubba bubba, and toss it on the wall.
Was that your best question? That was your best. That
No.
was your good.
The bobbleheads.
This one to bust his chops a little bit, but all seriousness, when we talk about this Hoban team, obviously nationally a lot of eyes on them, brings a lot of pressure. What do you think is going to be the mindset to kind of block out the outside noise and block out the pressure that it comes with being such a high profile team?
I think it just comes down to playing within themselves, right? And I think tonight we kind of saw how that pressure it might not make you back up and you take a step back when that pressure is you're meeting that pressure head on, but sometimes you want it too much, right? And you want to go out there, you want to perform, you want to win games. And I feel like we saw that with these guys tonight because there's so much pressure. There's so much expectations. They want to go out there and they want to show out for the home crowd. They want to showcase, hey, we are that team. We are those dogs. And I think because of that, they were a little bit too amped up. They were a little bit undisciplined in certain areas where we would normally see the Knights not be undisciplined, and one of those being the penalty game. In those cases, I just think, yes, that's where they're going to have to get better dealing with the pressure. You got to want it. And of course, everyone wants to get to the big stage. Everyone wants to win last game of the season, but there is a way of wanting it too much. And I think tonight, in certain instances, we saw where the Knights some players wanted to make that play too much, wanted to make that defensive play, that touchdown play. But so it's staying within yourself, staying within the system too, and trusting that your guys to your left, to your right are going to be doing their job as well as you doing yours.
Ty, we appreciate you, man, making the trip to Hoban. Obviously, we're so happy they're back on the YSN family and football as well as all the other sports. And certainly, I'm sure they're happy to hear your voice as well. Thank you for going and doing that game tonight. Thanks for popping on the show today. And dude, I'm sure you're crazy busy. It's that time of the year where you're doing like 8 different sports. So thanks for everything you do, Ty.
I wouldn't have it any other way. All love, brother. Thanks, guys.
Ladies and gentlemen, the one, the only Ty Bartel. All right, Anthony. I'm going to replace you with another Anthony here for a minute, if you don't mind.
All right.
And then we'll get you back on. But we're going to have to do some on-the-fly adjusting of
Trade the Anthony's.
we're trading Anthony's.
Let's do like horrible optics on camera.
Yeah, this is bad. This is bad. We probably won't get any copyright strikes or anything for that, but so you're gonna have to move the camera up a little bit because we don't want to look down like that. That's not the good shot.
Oh, okay. All right.
We're that works. Oh my gosh, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm thinking right.
All right.
All right, folks.
This is why we get paid the big bucks here, folks. And dude, you went to was it at Girard? Yeah.
I was at Girard.
At
yeah.
Girard.
It was a very exciting game.
Dude, fix the camera. What are you doing?
I'm working it here.
This is there we go. There we go.
All right.
And stare deep into people's eyes.
Yeah, no, I was out in Girard and saw a crazy game. I haven't seen a game like that since I think Cam Halaba.
Cam Halaba, yep.
Halaba, who's I think he's at Ohio now, right?
He's at Walsh.
I think he transferred.
Oh, did he?
I think he transferred to Ohio.
Hey, Cam. Congratulations.
But why am I mentioning Cam? Watching somebody score 8 touchdowns, and it just felt like it was just going to keep happening and over and over. Seeing a quarterback who's a sophomore Agent Pearson, it was an incredible game to watch, and it was a lot of fun to be in Girard just to see that, and most of it happening in the first half.
2 YSN schools going at it. This was this kind of a filler game for both of them because they lost a team on their schedule. They said, "Hey, we like what you do. We like who you are. Let's meet up in the middle and see what's going." Orange had an incredible year last year.
Yeah,
and they walk in a lot of momentum. And Girard is just the real deal. I don't think anybody had 8 touchdowns on their bingo card for AJ Pearson today.
I didn't see that coming at all with this game. They both had the same type of schedule in terms of like success last year with winning 7 games overall. And they had a similar conference. So I thought I was going to see a pretty even matchup, and then maybe somebody gets lucky. That's not at all what happened. Watching the Girard offense just kind of find itself in that first half, and they were basically able to do whatever they needed to do to win as soon as they touched the ball. So,
when you're talking about Orange, what things they have to work on the coming week to get back to even in week 2?
They just need to have more drive sustaining offense. They were running into issues where they were just getting blown off of the line of scrimmage. It wasn't so much that the offensive line was struggling that bad. I think Girard's defense was that skilled.
Yeah.
And that was probably the issue. They were able to score in the passing category very handily. They got a great group of wide receivers, and they have a lot of options on running back. It just didn't work out for them in the end. And they went for it a lot on 3rd and 4th down. Obviously, you do so on the 3rd down, but in 4th down, I would say they only punted once.
Wow.
And I think Girard, because of how successful they were, they only punted once as well.
Wow.
So it's just that it was that type of game.
So when you're thinking about Girard, a lot of people have Poland penciled in as the NE8 champion this year. Looking around the NE8, there's a lot of eyebrows raised with what happened to South Range tonight, and certainly, Struther's coming up on the short end of the stick. Then you got Girard. I think Girard and Poland are going to be the two at the end that are fighting for the NE8 championship.
I think it's going to be a real fun matchup whenever it gets down to it. Yeah. I think that between the two of them, depending on how their matchup goes, I'm looking forward to seeing that.
Yeah.
I don't even want to call the victor now. Sure. I don't even, sure. Obviously I like to imagine how little would be scored or how much would be scored. But what I saw tonight, I think Pearson's got a very bright future. And I think for the Girard community, they got 3 great years ahead of them.
That sophomore class is something special. I mean, seemingly across the state, there's a lot of great sophomores coming up. And, the scene that when they graduate that year is going to be something special. We're going to see records broken all over the state in football. All right, for you, takeaways from tonight. What were you excited to learn? What things were you kind of like, oh, okay, maybe let down a little bit?
Oh, the bingo card stuff was always going to happen. We saw cramps.
Yeah.
We saw miscues before the snap was happening. But I was surprised to see how little there was in the second half. A lot of moving clock was to blame for that on some level, but on the other level, it was the thing that I was looking forward to seeing was some heavy duty, impressive defense, and I saw that in a lot of different ways. But the classic bingo card stuff was unfortunate to see. There was cramps there. I would also wanted to also see Pearson and the offense play in that fourth quarter. They didn't, and it was just going so well. I mean, I can only imagine what would have happened if it was a close game.
Yeah. That's incredible. Anthony Malone, we can't thank you enough for everything that you do. You write, you broadcast, you have witty commentary. We appreciate you, man. What year is this for you?
I've since 2019.
Wow. Been around, baby. It's year 6 for you. Congratulations. Thank you for everything you do, man. We appreciate you so much.
DJ.
There he goes.
I'll grab Anthony.
Yeah, let him back in. Make sure he has the password, though. Don't kill yourself doing it. As Anthony gets back in, is he going to have to help you with the camera?
Yeah, probably.
Okay. You mind helping him with the camera? As Anthony comes back in, ladies and gentlemen, open it up for the MVP of this week on YSN, a guy who not only just stepped up and raised his hand, put his hand in the pile every single opportunity he could, but a guy that, I respect the hell out of. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Derek Rose.
Gentlemen, how are we doing?
If I was any better, I'd be a Rhodes. I'll tell you that right now. Okay?
Well, thank you.
Thank you for popping on. We appreciate you. We know you were at Southeast last night.
Yes.
Tonight at United, correct?
United, that's right. The Eagles.
What did you see out there?
Well, 35-0. For the 12th season in a row, the Eagles have won their Week 1 matchup. And this year, that offense is so fun to watch. They run a spread. They bring it in tight. But this year, I think the moral of the story is going to be all the slabs of meat that this team has up front. Zach Graffia, 6'3", 310. Jacob Riffey, 5'11", 235. Tyler Wood, 6', 240. Mason Everly, 5'11", 260. Levi Lucas, 6'4", 245. They pushed Minerva around tonight, both on the offensive line and defensively.
Those were weights, right? Those weren't like lotto numbers. That's
I'm telling you, these
incredible.
guys are huge. And look, I'm telling you what, it's even more impressive in person. You know, we've had Dallas McCracken down there in United,
Yeah.
but this group as a whole is a bunch of men.
Rhodesy, they have accepted you as their voice in United, certainly in Hanoverton. Talk to me about what you've seen right now. Everybody's talking about DJ Ogilvy in this particular brand of football that they're bringing in 2025. How does it stack up to years past that you've commented on these teams?
So, you know, they've lost some real big time guys over the years, and it's plug and play in that Ogilvy system. Tonight, Thomas Brown, his first start as quarterback, but he got some snaps last year with Parker Newburn being the guy, but they were getting him ready for this year, and he did a great job. He had 3 rushing touchdowns tonight of the 5 scores. Mekhi Haynes, the junior, he is their man in the backfield. If you need the tough yards or a breakout play, he's your guy. And then throw into the scene, Rohan Kelly gets a touchdown tonight to top off the scoring. But they didn't need to throw the ball tonight. They will be able to because they've got some guys that can catch. But with all the looks that they throw at a defense, it's going to be tough to keep up with them.
Anthony Hartwig has some questions for you.
What do you think the theme of this this team is? Every year they have some kind of theme. What's the theme of this one?
It's hard to tell, and I'm going to say why. I think it's going to depend on week 3 in that Crestview game. Hearing what you guys said about Crestview, that has always been a thorn in the side of the Eagles per se. So let's revisit that after week 3.
It's good to see those teams playing again, though. I mean, that's the old PCL. So it's great to see that kind of come back to fruition. And I agree. I think, are the Eagles still spread? Or are they playing in a phone booth? What are we looking at? Or can they do a little bit of both?
They do it all. They tout themselves as a spread offense. But numerous times this evening, they went old school T formation and put the quarterback up underneath the center. So they're doing it all, man, and it is fun to watch.
I'll tell you what, Ian, I think I got the answer to your question. You're asking what the slogan's going to be. Probably it sounds like, what can Brown do for you? So it sounds like it's going to be all about Brownie in the backfield.
Love it.
I mean, you think about all the play. I mean, you were Southeast, 24 hours ago. You're United tonight. For you, what is your favorite part about coming back and doing games here on YSN?
I enjoy for what it does for the kids, man. If some guy gets a little bit of film and can help him go to the next level, that's what this is all about. And I think that's what the mission was from the beginning. And for me to be able to be a part of that, dude, it's huge. I really love it. Tomorrow we're going to do Youngstown East. It's Saturday afternoon. Get them guys some runs. So
you scared the hell out of Anthony. I'm pretty sure.
That was a thunder.
We're going to run that on replay. Sorry, Rosie.
Yeah, but we got
to check his seat too.
My man got a new guy down there, Alex Bertalan. He's a 2019 United grad. He joined me tonight. We're going to get him involved. What's that?
Talk to me about his debut. How did it go for him?
He did very well, man. He's a technical guru. So Brian Scott, thank you. I will probably be off of your back for a lot of times now. But no, he did great. He's getting his feet wet. He enjoyed it. He had fun, and that's the biggest thing that I told him, man. Have fun and be yourself. So he's gonna go down with me to Latonia next week. So he's gonna continue his journey.
The one and only Latonia Bears, baby.
I'm loving it, buddy. How about it?
Derek Rhodes, we can't thank you enough, man, for picking up East tomorrow. We're so grateful to have you. So and so is the rest of the community and the entire nation here on YSN. Thank you so much. You were the MVP of the week, man.
Thank you, guys. Love you. Appreciate the opportunity, and we'll see you next Friday.
You're the best. Derek Rhodes, everybody. Unbelievable job this week. You talk about hands in the pile. Okay. I lied because Derek Rhodes, even though that's our last YSN announcer, here on the Scoreboard Show brought to you by Joe Dickey Electric, we have one more interview. That's always special to me. This one extra special because Ladies and gentlemen, after years and years and years, one man made his triumphant return to a city, to a home that welcomed him back with open arms, with locked horns, and with a big heart, big black and orange heart. Tonight, he comes back with a huge victory in front of his home fans, in front of the children of his community, and with the mighty Mineral Ridge Fighting Rams. At this time, we welcome in my dear friend, my best friend, and a friend of the program, Coach Andy Hake, eating ice cream.
Yeah, he's eating.
I'm eating some ice cream, man. I love my country.
Hey, winners get sprinkles, buddy.
Run the damn ball, guys. Run the damn ball.
How'd it feel, pal? 1-0 with your alma mater.
Well, I'm going to tell you one thing. Pie Valley hits. I'm not kidding you. Pie Valley hits. They came out and hit us. And the opening kickoff, we fumbled. And crazy way to start the season. They went 35 yards, scored, went for 2. And the Roman army had to fight like hell to get back in the game. And it was 8-8 at halftime. I give a lot of credit for Pie Valley. We had a really excited crowd, big crowd. And, they were quiet for a while. And in the third quarter, I think that, we got in stack eye and did some end over things. And real physical game, though. Jeez, oh, man, it's a physical game. And I'm hearing about United, man. I got to play them next week, so I don't even know if we should show up. You know what I mean? But we will. We will. We will.
You have that. I mean, you've been with DJ Ogilvy before, obviously with Valley Christian.
Oh yeah, great coach. I mean,
you talk to. Well, here's the question everybody wants to know, and this is my Emmy award-winning question in the journalism segment: is what kind of ice cream are we talking about right now? Because I've got 2 flavors in mind that I think you could be eating. Anthony, you got any guesses?
Well, he's showing it.
What is he? What are you, Chunky Monkey?
Eddie's extra salted caramel pretzel. I don't even know.
Oh.
It's what my wife had. I'm just eating it because I haven't eaten since I got home. And
Atta girl, Jen.
I
Salted
big,
pretzel.
Honey. I love her. She cares about me. She gives me some ice cream at night.
That's great. Winners get ice cream, and winners should get sprinkles as well.
If I lost, there wouldn't be nothing in there. I'll tell you that much. No, but I'll tell you, the kids played so hard tonight, and they were really very spirited because this Pie Valley team, I'm going to tell you what, when it came to hit, I've done this for a long time, 26 years. They only had 24 guys on their team. They hit. They came out and hit us like we stole something from them. And I'm not kidding you, man. And I know they've been 8-2 and 9-1 the last couple of years, but they hit us, and I thought, oh my God! And then we matched intensity, and it took us a moment, but they hit us like we stole something from them. And then it took us a while, and then we got our footing. But at halftime, it was 8-8, and I was like slack-jawed because I thought, my God, we have 70 kids, and they got 24. And we did get the upper hand, but boy, they played hard. And I know we have to play like that next week against United, and that's going to be a great game. I mean, that's going to be a fourth quarter game. Believe me when I tell you that's going to be a fourth quarter game. And I don't know what's going to happen, but it'll be fun because we hit. And
was there a point in the game that you feel like the boys unlocked it and things open up for you?
Well, we just we had to settle in, and the opening kickoff happened. We fumbled, they went and scored. And I think it took us a few moments for, what the hell's going on? And kids just had to settle down. Kids had to settle down, and we had to say, folks, it's okay. Things are going to be all right. But we cranked it up. We played some Hulk Hogan theme music during the game.
I was just going to ask you, did you come out to the Smoke and Hulk Hogan?
We came out to Rick Derringer, Real American. You better believe that, dude. And people were believing in Titletown again. So I don't know what was. I'll tell you what though, it's a fun team to coach because we have a lot of kids, a lot of different personalities. We got some good athletes. We got some hitters. We got some poets. We got them all on the team. Well, they're out there, man. They want to be on the team. And you know what? Football's a funny thing. You know, in high school, especially high school, you need war daddies to win. There's no doubt about it. But you really need is guys that they're not all going to be war daddies. They're just going to be guys that buy into it to play really hard and then they play above themselves. We have guys playing above themselves, some guys. We really do. I don't even know.
You got dudes out there ripping limericks in the middle of practice? Is that what you're telling me?
Little harps, little trumpets. Hey, Dota, Dax Dota. He opened up Dax. We didn't even have our sound system on last week, and then he played the trumpet for the national anthem.
Attaboy, Dax!
We love Dax. He said, Coach, I got my horn in the car. I said, what? I said, I got my horn in the car. I said, go get your horn. We'll keep everybody here, and then you go out there, play national anthem. That's us. You know what I mean? So, but I really give a lot of credit to Pie Valley, man. They pushed us to the edge tonight. And again, I know, I guess I'm playing the state champions this week, United. I don't know. I mean, it's down. They scared the hell out of me, what I just heard. Oh, my God, their line's huge. What was it, 270, 280 across?
I'd be careful if I'm playing that Real American again this week. You might end up with a Royal Rumble.
We are going to play Real American. That I can tell you. And we're going to come out to Real American. We're going to come out the flag, and we're going to play hard. And I know DJ's teams, they play really tough. So, it's going to be fun. And, hey, it's another week, man, week 2. You know what I mean? And I'm glad we got tested this week. I'm glad we got tested. We got tested against Struthers. We got tested against Southern. So we've been hitting. And then we hit with ourselves. So it's fun. And they're going to be a test. And then Conneaut has 65 guys. And then league play starts. So, hey, we're in it, man. We're in the mix, bro. Hey, any big upsets tonight to you guys? Anything that you
Edgewood beat Garrettsville Garfield.
Did they really?
Double overtime.
Hey, did West Branch lose?
They did.
By 5.
Wow.
Hey, Andy, we have a scoreboard on ysnlive.com that you've been to. I know because I've shown you 800 times. And this isn't
scores. I just didn't see any scores yet. I'm not kidding. Did Warren Harding win?
I don't know. They're not with YSN.
Team.
Oh, okay.
Sorry about it.
South Range.
Lost. Oh. That was a tough one.
That team's tough. Rock will have that team ready, though.
Sure will. No doubt. No doubt. There's a lot. I mean, you look around and I know a big win for Latonia last night.
Did they win?
I mean, they won 47-0. Van Loo. Yeah.
They need to get a couple more of those humdingers on the schedule. Van Loo. What the hell?
Van Loo. 3 hours away out by Lima.
That's great.
The same thing you did on the show yesterday. What the heck's a Van Loo?
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. Part of me, there's a conspiracy theory out there. Part of me, you remember Bishop Sycamore, right?
Oh, yeah.
Part of me is like Van Loo is like the other end of it.
Oh, my God. We'll always love you, Van Loo. You'll always be in our hearts.
The fact that they're eating ice cream during this interview is my favorite thing in the world.
Hey, listen, we ran the damn ball tonight.
Who was the rock toter for you tonight? Who rocked the?
We had Bussey's a sophomore. Preston Holbrook's a senior. Ethan Deli was a junior. Schaefer's a senior. Dunlap's a junior. No, I ran the ball with a lot of kids. Hey, no. I ran. Bro, Mineral Ridge has 11 seniors, 23 juniors, and 21 sophomores and 18 freshmen. I don't know how good we really are, but I know this. We throw waves of bodies at people, and we care a lot. And I don't know, man. There's teams that are going to be better than us, but I mean, I think that we're gonna really care about playing football really hard and knock people off that we're not as good as. I just think that's going to be, what's teams' mantras. Well, our mantras out hit. So let's have at it, right? I mean, you know what I mean? I don't know what everybody's mantra is, but ours is out hit them. So I know that we have a lot of ways to go, but we're a fun team to watch. I'll tell you that much. I mean, everybody's fun in their own way. Like Gerard is like fun, wide open offense, this and that. And
Did you hear about that?
Yeah, no, I heard you guys talking about it, but I believe
AJ
it.
Pearson, a sophomore, 8 touchdowns tonight.
Did he? Oh, really?
Yeah,
Did
real
he throw?
good.
Did he throw for 8?
I think it was a mix, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
It was a mix.
Well,
So
he's a special guy. His whole class, I think, is like that.
sophomores, dude. There's some special sophomores in our area. You've got some too.
Yeah, we're fun. I had a guy rip for about 60 yards, some sophomore running back. We got guys. And you know what? It's fun to see young guys step up and play. It's hard as a sophomore to play. I mean, you're 16 and they're 18 years old. I mean, come on, dude. That's not football is not a game for pups. It's a game for grown ass men, and usually it's the 18-year-olds that are the war daddies.
We had a commenter say that Warren Harding lost to McKinley 43-25.
Oh man. Well, McKinley's damn good all the time, so.
Yeah. All right, for you, were there any snapshots that you took being it's your first game back home in front? You got the win, all that stuff. Were there any mental shots that you took that you were like, man, I want to remember this forever?
A lot of people. I had overwhelming support, and that's fun when you have overwhelming support, and people in town want to do well, and they really backed our team today. It was really packed, and at the end of the game, I grabbed my son and brought him over the fence and hung out with me, and people sent me snapshots of me picking my son up over the fence. And my son's 5 years old, and like you, DJ, your son, he's a world to you, and victories are fun, but moments like that I'll remember forever. You're back in my hometown, and I'm going to coach here until the last dog's hung. So hopefully this is the start of the golden age of Mineral Ridge football, and we're going to do everything we can to keep the sun up in the sky and give us a couple more days of summer, man.
Andy Hake, the greatest of all time, my dear friend. And
what you gonna do, brother? What you gonna do, man? Huh?
Ice cream connoisseur that we didn't know we needed.
Big wins, can't lose. You know what I mean?
Would you leave some for Jen? She bought it. It's probably not for you even.
Jen loves her country and loves her family. And guess what? The great thing about ice cream, you just go to Giant Eagle tomorrow and there's more ice cream. You know what I mean?
Amen. Buddy, hey, congratulations on your first win.
You guys are awesome, man. God bless you. DJ, I'll talk to you soon. And as always, America first.
Ladies and gentlemen, Andy Hake. I don't even think we need to run down the score. I mean, do you want to run down the scores? We got a nice little
We absolutely can.
All right, let me see if I can find it.
It's right there.
This one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. Let's give this a shot.
We got a final for that one we were missing. JFK lost, I believe it was 35-12. We might have to refresh it for it to pop up on our board. But Mike Swinehart informed me while I was out there with Malone in here that JFK game went final. They fell 35-12, so we can say that one is in the books. Here are your final scores for the night. Hudson 28, Fitch 14, Cardinal Mooney 30, Lake Catholic 13, Cuyahoga Heights 27, Conneaut 24, East Liverpool 23, Carrollton 12, Grand Valley 54, and Brooklyn 22. Archbishop Hoban 31, Harvest Prep 12, LeBray 49, Cardinal 8, Uniontown Lake 49, South Range 13, Louisville 41, Columbiana 28, Lisbon 49, Newton Falls 17. Mars, the planet 35, and Beaver is 7. United gets the win over Minerva 35-0. Poland wins over Salem 48-26. Middle Ridge gets the win over Pymatuning Valley 29-8.
Sorry.
You're good. Strasburg Franklin beats up Wisdom 56-8. NDCL beats Struthers 50-8. JFK falls to Union Local 35-12. Akron Springfield beats Waterloo 38-24. Crestview wins over Western Reserve 34-0. Wellsville and Steubenville Steubenville Catholic Central. They flipped those. Postponed to tomorrow at 7 o'clock because of a water break in Wellsville.
8-man football.
8-man football. Sebring gets the win over Kennedy Catholic 22-6.
All right, hang on while I spin it over this way. Reverse skate. Let's go.
Canfield gets the win over West Branch 26-21. Geneva with the win over West Geauga 28-18, the final score there. Ursuline all over Steubenville on the road 37-7, the final score. In that one, Twinsburg with the last second win over Boardman 29-28. Toronto wins over Southern 34-0. Shaw and Beaver Local. Beaver Local gets the win 27-20. Girard gets the win 55-21 over Orange. Mohawk beats Neshannock 37-20. Perry gets the win over Madison 38-14. Malvern beats Valley Christian 16-8. Louisville gets the win over New Philadelphia 24-0. Lakeview in overtime beats Springfield with a game-winning field goal 10-7. Hubbard beats Brookfield 42-0. Jefferson wins over Chagrin Falls 24-13. Edgewood upsets Garrettsville Garfield in double overtime 51-43, the final score there. East Lake North beats Lakeside 55-12. McDonald with the win over Champion 41-6. And last but not least, Cheney gets the win over Columbus East 30-26.
That is your scoreboard. And man, what a week one it has been. And we still have a little bit more, some sprinkles left on the ice cream, so to speak, since we're talking about Chunky Monkey, Andy Hake. Anthony, surprises, excitement around week one. What stood out to you? Good, bad, and different?
It's obvious. I think the biggest surprise was Edgewood. I mean, getting the win over Garrettsville Garfield, weathering the storm because they had control of that game for a while. Garfield came back, tied it up, scored first in the first overtime, win for two, which they didn't have to do yet. So it looked like Garfield was going to escape, but Edgewood was up for the task, scored a touchdown, got the 2-point conversion to tie, did the same thing in the second overtime, first possession, and then a big defensive stop. That was a really fun game to watch. A lot of fun games to watch. Lakeview getting that last-second win in overtime over Springfield. Canfield West Branch was really fun, as it always is. There were a lot of really good games tonight.
And what do we have to look for tomorrow? Well, that's a good question. We're looking at it right now. So we have Derek Rhodes, who alluded to it. He will have the East game as they take on Columbus Whetstone. That will be at 2 p.m. We also have a 7 p.m. game. Sam Torres will be out there with James Westover, it looks like. And it'll be Trinity and Ashtabula St. John. We have those two games for you, and we're working on getting the Wellsville game for you. I have to imagine that Gary's going to be somewhere in the mix, right? I'm just guessing.
I would imagine.
I would imagine. So probably 3 games for you tomorrow on the network from the high school, the big boys. We also have 1, 2, 3, 4 volleyball games for you that you can tune into ysnlive.com through the morning and then into the afternoon as well. And then in the afternoon, we have in the morning, we have potentially some soccer. And then we have a 3 p.m. soccer as well. You'll be able to watch all of this stuff and get all the details on ysnlive.com. And then, of course, tomorrow, Chris Sigler and I, we get to shine a light on the future stars of tomorrow. We will be in Columbiana County. Chris Sigler will be in Beaver Local, where it will be the game. East Liverpool taking on Beaver Local from the Bantam, the JVs, and the varsity divisions. And I will be in Crestview, where the Columbiana Clippers will take on the Crestview Rebels in the Bantam JV, and, of course, the varsity matchup for the EOYFL on YSN, brought to you by Galt Heating and Cooling. Thanks to Glenn Galt for, again, stepping up to the plate for that one and getting the little guys on. And the cheerleaders, of course. We don't want to leave out the cheerleaders because they do awesome at halftime. These cheers, they work just as hard. So looking forward to it. You can hear my voice. This is my sleepy voice. This is my tired voice. It has been a long day. It's been a long couple of days. It's been a long week here on YSN, but we love what we do, and you are the reason that we can do what we do, and we are so excited. We're probably going to crash as soon as we get home tonight. I know Anthony will. I know you got a lot of content, buddy.
We got content.
Giving you a pass because you deserve it. And this is a lot of stuff going on here at YSN. We thank you for making this your destination for local sports across the board, for high school, for youth sports, anything local. We're willing to cover it, and we want to. We want to shine a light on a positive light at that on that particular subject matter. So, Ant, final thoughts on tonight? Final thoughts on week 1 as we wrap this thing up?
What a great week it was, and it just got me really excited for week 2. I think once week 1 happens, it's a lot of anticipation for it. Now it's gonna go like that. Like you're gonna be sitting in week 10. Like didn't we just start?
Oh boy, I can't. We just got here. Like I can't. We're playing catch up. Anthony gets all excited about this stuff. I do too. It's just a different level of excitement for everybody here at YSN. For everybody who did the audible call tonight, brought to you by Athletics, Eric Oates, Radar, Scotty, Mike Swinehart. Well, you're last. Brian Scott. Who else was back there tonight?
That was it.
That was it. The dude I haven't met yet is the driver for Radar, and Scotty. Congratulations on your first night here. We appreciate you. Welcome to the team.
Please come back.
Please come back and let everybody know where Radar is, so we don't have the FBI showing up here breaking down doors. Thank you to everybody that jumped on the stream tonight for the Scoreboard Show, brought to you by Joe Dickey Electric. We hope Eric Hughes is okay wherever he is. Look like he's packing up and leaving. we appreciate you. Thanks to Greg McAfee. I know it's Vince Tady's first week as well. Logan Sarnis, Derek Rhodes, Don Pearson. I'm trying to think. Ty Bartell. Did I miss somebody?
No, him and then Andy Hake.
Oh, and the inevitable Andy Hake, our dear friend who will probably join us every single week, hopefully with ice cream.
Hopefully with ice cream.
I love that he had the well, I can't the undershirt. I guess we can't call it the other thing anymore. It's not appropriate.
It's a tank top. Yep,
tank top. White tank top. The kind you see on cops.
Run the damn ball.
With the run the damn ball hat on. And salted caramel pretzel ice cream that his lovely wife Jen bought for him. Oh, probably bought for herself, and Andy just nuked it right before our very eyes. Deleted that entire carton of ice cream and told us about America and that they love hitting people.
Pie Valley loves hitting people.
Like they hit us like we stole something. We're slap happy. It is time to wrap things up again. For all of us at YSN, we thank you for being part of our day and making this possible for this stupid life that we live, that we dreamt up, and somehow you allow us to do this. Thank you so much. And I'm being sincere in saying thank you, because this is a crazy, crazy world, and you make it brighter by helping us and supporting us. So thank you very much. For Anthony Ronald Hartwig, the 8-time best-selling author and world traveler, my name is DJ Yoakley. This has been a production of Yoakley Scott Corporation, LLC, and brought to you by Joe Dickey Electric. You've been watching the Joe Dickey Electric Scoreboard Show. We'll see you next week. Week 2, right around the corner. See ya. Maybe. YSN thanks you for watching this presentation of your sports network. For stories, stats, and more, go to ysnlive.com.